Hello. We are going to be reading from the Jesus Calling affirmations, enjoying peace in his presence. Devotions for every day of the year by Sarah Young. It's going to be backwards, I know. Jesus Calling. And I'm going to read the 12th because this one wants to come through, and then the 14th also. Let me help you get through this day. There are many possible paths to travel between your getting up in the morning and your lying down at night. Stay alert to the many choice points along the way, being continually aware of my presence. You will get through this day one way or the other. One way is to moan and groan, stumbling along with shuffling feet. This will get you to the end of the day eventually, but there is a better way. You can choose to walk with me along the path of peace, leaning on me as much as you need. There will still be difficulties along the way, but you can face them confidently in my strength. Thank me for each problem you encounter and watch to see how I transform trials into blessings. Amen. 1 Corinthians 10:10 and Luke 1:79. So that's awesome. And that's interesting that it was 10:10 there. Trusting in the divine, trusting into Jesus. That divine love. Let's read today's, June 14th. I have loved you with an everlasting love. Before time began, I knew you. For years you swam around in a sea of meaninglessness, searching for love, hoping for love. All that time I was pursuing you, aching to embrace you in my compassionate arms. When time was right, I revealed myself to you. I lifted you out of that sea of despair and set you down on a firm foundation. Sometimes you felt naked, exposed to the revealing light of my presence. I wrapped an ermine robe around you, my robe of righteousness. I sang you a love song whose beginning and end are veiled in eternity. I infused meaning into your mind and harmony into your heart. Join me in singing my song. Together we will draw others out of the darkness and into my marvelous light. Wow, that's a lot. We got Jeremiah 31:3, Isaiah 61:10, and 1 Peter 2:9. So, and I was looking at, it's like clearing the way, right? I keep seeing this path being cleared. Where you get this new moon going on also. And it's taking us out of this lack. Maybe you've been in like a lack mindset or a lack mentality, or again, and it's realizing abundance is a mindset. It's believing you deserve that love, or you deserve to be abundant. And it's like I was getting things today where it's not just making money either. It's improving your well-being, yourself, taking time for you, also working on your I took a note of it, but it's in my phone. Working on yourself here. It helps you also to work well with others. So there's like this big path being cleared. I've got the Ace of Pentacles here. It's abundance, but it's like feeling your true power here. I also have the sun energy here, the confidence, solar plexus, yeah, third eye, being open, coming out of that helpless, hopeless energy. Yeah, you may have dealt with many trials and tribulations and have really had to overcome a lot, but things are changing. There's like a new cycle, right? It's some big energies coming through. If you just trust, just don't hold on to how you want things to be. Allow the universe to send you surprises. Allow God to send you surprises here. What needs mending? Or you're still in this, you're trying to transform into this butterfly energy out of this cocoon. What needs to be healed? Where do you need healing? Where do you need to forgive yourself? Where do you need to forgive others? Yes. I got cycles here. What are you repeatedly stuck in a cycle, mindset, even, negative thoughts, negative patterns? What are you giving your energy to? Because when you can pinpoint the things that may be blocking you here, because I've got defying gravity. I'm interested. It's got the reishi mushroom here, and it's almost like a staircase. You've come so far. You've overcome so much. Now it's time to, maybe you're going to be seeing that. Maybe you're going to be seeing how, and really appreciating maybe yourself, that self-love. When you tap into God's love, again, like, I've loved you forever. When you can grasp that and knowing how loved you are, you've always been loved. Yeah. Look at this. It's like, because white willow's here, and it's the ways of water. It's like embracing the love of self here, the love of just all, right? Realizing how divinely loved you are, how precious you are. And then like the sun showing up, it's like this clarity, this dandelion growing despite the obstacles. With dandelion here growing, always the sun watching over you, the divine watching over you. Yeah. We are one. We are one. Your roots are solid. They're solid. Quaking aspen. The aspen tree. Those trees are pretty. I don't have my herbiary here. It'd be nice to read on some of these herbs and stuff today. But yeah, and when you're seeing the roots, and like it's like they're holding each other here. It's also like your ancestors too. That love, that grounding love, that like coming together here. Rooted in the earth and in the water. In yourself, rooted in yourself. Yeah, look at that. It's like that's your jewels. Where do you ground yourself in? What are you grounding yourself in? Do you see how divinely loved you are? Do you see it? Spirit into matter with Trillium here with the jewels. I really like it. I have loved you with everlasting love. I'm going to pull and herb flower here. Let's see what comes out. Enhance, indigo. Baptisia tinctoria. I'm going to show you what it looks like. Enhance. And I've got the third eye coming through here. So again, it's that awareness, being aware of, again, the thoughts. It opened right to it. Wow. That's cool. This beautiful but toxic plant is native to much of the northern hemisphere. It has also been introduced well beyond its natural range. It can be found growing wild at the borders of woods, along streams, or even open meadows. Native American tribes have made use of the plant for centuries for a variety of purposes, most commonly used as a blue dye. And that makes sense, right? Because it's indigo. The roots can also be made into teas as a purgative or to treat toothaches and nausea, though it reportedly also causes nausea, so perhaps it is best used in non digestible ways. One of the curious uses for this plant is to keep flies away from horses or other livestock, which gives it the colloquial names shoe fly and horsefly weed. Well, that's handy. Gosh, anybody have any fly problems? Sheesh, I know I do. That's great. So maybe it could help keep the flies away. You can find this plant in many parts of the world, though it is perhaps easiest to see in the wild in North America or in Asia. Native Americans once used indigo as a primary source of blue dye, a practice that was later adopted by the industrial textile industry. All denim was at one point dyed with indigo, though it is now done with synthetic color. Indigo's virtue as a coloring agent leads us to the oracle property enhance. We are often inclined to discard or reject things that are less exciting or remarkable than we would like. Even when judging ourselves, we tend to only value what is most special, often ignoring the solid, steadfast characteristics that make us functional and of value in our communities. Shifting your perspective or routine can bring new life to relationships, situations, and thought patterns. Before discarding something, try changing the way you think about it. Simple changes can make a world of difference. When you are in a funk or feeling creatively blocked, maybe that means, it's so weird because that's exactly what I was seeing with that four, like feeling kind of blocked, but then allowing yourself to open up here. Maybe that means a new coat of paint or an out of the ordinary date night or something as simple as tidying up and setting out a vase of flowers. So it's like the simple things, the simple steps. I feel like it's going to help you with this. It's like help you to see clearly that third eye here. Sometimes it is, right? Just doing a little cleaning can make you feel better. You know, doing a little self-care can make you feel better. Sometimes it's just the little things. I wonder about different kind of ways to use it. If you use the oil or something, or if you could try to grow it. So working on shifting your perspective about things. How can you shift your perspective about things? How can you work on your routine? What's some ways that you can, what's something that you're trying to create with for yourself that you feel like you may be struggling with, and taking a look at that? What are some steps that you can take to help? You know, if you're wanting, again, you know, right, if you want to be in better shape, you know, you got to make time to you know, work out, make a, you know, even if it's only for a few minutes, right? It's like I was so weird because I really wanted to get to where I was doing the video, but at the same time I was like, well, there's these other things, you know, I need to kind of do me for a minute. Like I was, you know, kind of getting in a, like listening to some music, right? Jamming out a little bit, kind of, you know, kind of feeling yourself, right? Feeling yourself. There's also something about, maybe if you're thinking about giving up on something, you might want to, maybe there, you need to kind of take a different look at it. Spice it up. Some of you guys needing to have a date night. Golly, that's so funny. because I just finally had one, and it has been years since I had a date night. We finally had, like, it's crazy. Like, I finally had one, and it was like, I was just so, like, I've always got the kids. Cleaning up. I was here, someone was talking about using salt water to wipe down mirrors and windows and things like that, help clean. Salt is a very good cleaning agent. Vinegar, lemon oil, stuff like that. We were talking about, helps keeps the bugs away. And flowers, setting out a vase of flowers. So bringing more. I got a puppy here that wants to go to the creek so bad. She's hot. At least she's inside. She's ready to go getting some water. Go getting some water. Go touch some grass. Go walk around barefoot some. And then I was reading on juniper last time. My last video, which is right here after this. This is used for a lot of things. I think it's used to make gin. Juniper is. And you can use it for food and teas. Let's see what else it was saying about it. Oh, it's also a female contraceptive. So, in general, diuretic is what it says here. I don't know if I have the card with me. No. But I can show you what it looks like. There's juniper. That grows up. I grew up with juniper because it was at the creeks down there in Florida. So, grew up eating them, I guess. Not really, maybe not eating them, but it's mostly blueberries. Also good for gas. Let's see what else it was saying. Yeah. For many centuries, juniper berries have been an important seasoning element when grounded and added to sauces, especially as additions to game dishes. So, man, they're using this thing a lot. And again, making the gin. The oracle property to this card, invigorate, is to revitalize, animate, and bring fresh life into something. This oracle card is a call to wake up and smell the proverbial coffee. One of the tarot cards we can associate with this plant is the Two of Swords, which I was seeing earlier, but it was in reverse, which calls for clear sight and decisive decision making. Juniper, ruled by the sun, and bringing clarity, can also be an antidote to the Seven of Cups. So again, it's helping you to have clarity here. Seeing something clearly. It's time to spice it up. Change it up. Do something a little different. That Ace of Pentacles. Attracting violets. Again, it's that mindset. It's that abundance mindset. Violet, attract. Sometimes I face the camera like toward the cards, which I like because I like everybody being able to see them. I like being able to see the cards, but today we just threw it up. Violet. Attract. The flowers and leaves of this common perennial have long been popular for their sweet scent and have been used in production of many cosmetic fragrances and perfumes for centuries. In herbal medicine traditions, the flowers and leaves of violet are made into a syrup used to treat congestion, coughing, and sore throats. Wow. So, boss plant. We got a boss plant here. Sweet violet has a long history of medicinal use, and it contains here we go, another one. Salicic. Oh, forget it. I'm totally stumped by this. I'm going to blame it on the retrograde. I can do that. Salicylic acid, an ingredient used to make aspirin and commercial acne treatment that is effective in the treatment of headaches, migraines, and insomnia. Wow. That thing is, I mean, and you just see them. They'll just be growing in the springtime. They'll be just growing there on the side of the road. Let's see. The viola flowers are also edible and used to make food additives. They can be eaten raw in salad, made into jelly, or employed as an additive to chocolates and candies. The essential oil from the flowers and leaves is used to make perfume and in the manufacture of breath fresheners. Violet candies and breath fresheners were very popular in Victorian times. You can candy your own violets at home. Gather the blossoms, wash them gently, and set them on a paper towel to dry. Combine 1 cup of sugar and 1 cup of water and simmer in a saucepan until the sugar is dissolved. Remove from heat. At this stage, some people add a tablespoon of rose water or orange blossom water to the sugar mixture for an extra floral aroma and flavor. Use tweezers, dip each violet in the syrup, and set on wax paper to dry. While the flowers are still tacky, sprinkle them with a fine dusting of castor sugar. I don't know what castor sugar is. Is that like, because they're saying regular sugar is too coarse. Is it like a powder sugar? Let the sugar coat blossoms dry, then store them in an airtight container. These candied flowers make a wonderful garnish for cakes and other confections. The violet is a lovely, sweet-smelling and sweet-tasting plant that attracts humans as well as butterflies and bees, leading to its oracle property, attract. This plant reminds me of the adage about catching more flies with honey than with vinegar, nudging us toward diplomacy instead of confrontation. While I definitely believe in standing up for oneself and voicing opinions, I've also learned the value of making space for others, being considerate in simple civility. Often others will gravitate toward us and be more attracted to us if we just allow them the space to do so. As an oracle card, this reminds me of the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, fierce, powerful ladies who also know how to nurture and, of course, attract others. The creative and romantic Knight of Cups is another good match for this card. Attract. That violet is that thing is awesome. Like, there's so many uses for it. It's figuring out how to use it. Used for congestion, coughing, sore throats, and salicylic acid. Used to make aspirin and treat acne, and that's even headaches, migraines, insomnia. So violet is definitely, if you're wanting to work with, again, like I'm wanting to work with it. That's why I love this herb book. Chicory, indigo. I read the chicory last time, and the word is sustained, but it was talking about chicory coffee. I think it's like a caffeine free, so it's better for you. There's a lot of check that one out. That violet, I was surprised. Do some research on that one. Wonder if like you could get like a tea, like a violet tea or something. And then I'm sorry about candying it. That's the book I'm reading from is The Hedge Witch's Field Guide by Ciolo Thompson. I think I got that at like a Barnes and Noble. They started doing more decks and things. Like, is there anything else I'm going to close out with today? We got frequencies here. Transition. Going through a transition. Supports our deep understanding of the ever-changing nature of existence in our lives, so that we can learn to let go, surrender to the process, and allow transition to occur with ease and grace. Number 43. Yeah, and then we've got belief here. So having faith, that's number 11. The frequency of belief supports our sense of self-worth based on our gifts and talents and a strong connection to source. Yes. Yes, that's what's up. Yes. It's like, again, right? It's merging, right? We're merging it. We're merging the elements. What was that card? Yeah. Clear the way. And you got the 4 elements here. White sage, clearing the way. We're clearing it. Look at that clarity with realization. Number 37. Sorry, it's dark. Let me see if I think we got a storm coming. It supports the internal process of becoming aware of our heart-centered truth, as well as the external process of becoming our highest expression in this world. So the divine, working with the divine to become, who you truly are, who you would be proud of, or, maybe, you've been doing that. Realizing it, like in fertility, it's like birthing and then birthing that. So it's like working together with the divine here, as well as an understanding of your gifts, right? Your talents. You may be truly seeing yourself at this time. This yeah, and it's because it's like Black Moon Lilith was coming through, and it was like you were maybe seeing a lot of the negatives, but then maybe, like, oh, well, also seeing the positives too. Because when you got that moon, right, you're facing the fears. You're facing maybe, again, that lack mindset, that I'm not good enough thing. But then you're also going to be like being shown how amazing you really are. Someone could be showing this to you through also, tantric journey. Like somebody seeing you, and then it kind of like sets in motion this change, because you may be someone, like, again, like someone sees how amazing you are, and you may not have, you may just like, and someone would have been like, wait a minute, you do what? Or you know what I mean? Or like someone might make you feel like really, or make you feel like you can do what, it's like there's like this unlocking the divine too, right? Again, God reminding you how loved you are. The frequency of tantric journey helps us to unlock the hidden knowledge and wisdom that we intrinsically hold about how to reach a state of wholeness and completion through our sensual experiences with ourselves and with another. So it's like seeing the whole picture, seeing the whole of you, how abundant you really are. And like on the Ace of Pentacles here in this deck, we've got her, and she's smelling this flower, but she's got all these trees, all these, all this abundance. It also brings to mind like the 10 of Wands, right? Or the 9 of Wands, like how far you've come. You could be working together with others. You could be coming together with others here. I've got the Two of Cups showing up here. And this is a new, like, this is like, or you're finding yourself maybe because you're going to be more harmonious within yourself here, more whole within yourself, then you find that any kind of issues that you might have had with, even difficult relationships, now you're able to talk it out. Look, this is this, or you know what I mean? Like, and not clinging to how you want that person to be, but really just explaining where you are at in this point in your life. But I see you, tapping into a clarity, a major clarity here with that third eye. It's like seeing yourself. You're going to bring in new relationships that are going to be more aligned with where you want to go. Yeah, there it is again. Third eye chakra. Boom. That clarity. It's like seeing yourself, because maybe you had dealt with defeating situations, right? Or, maybe you had to walk away, or you had to let somebody go, or, maybe somebody made you feel like you weren't good enough, things like that. Well, now you're seeing clearly, it just wasn't meant for you. Or again, almost like seeing again, like yourself so clearly that it's not about you so much as them projecting, like, so, because you've been piecing it all together, and then you're able to indigo flower. You're able to see the truth, the clarity. Like, it's like, I'm like trying to bring it all together here. Where did that indigo flower go? Shown up again 3 times today. It's crazy, and you can see the projection, right? When people are projecting onto you. My nose is itching. Look at that miracle, number 33. Believing in miracles again. God bringing you miracles as you see clearly. You see from a higher perspective, much higher. Sorry. Yeah. The third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. Again, it's like recognizing how amazing you are. Do you know how amazing you are? Do you know? Communication. Number 14. The frequency of communication supports our ability to exchange information in many different forms. It reminds us to run every piece of information, both incoming and outgoing, through our heart, the center of our truth, and to stay in the flow of source and balanced exchange. So staying balanced. I forgot my water. I'll have to let you guys go in a second. Fertility, again, giving birth to this new vision. It's a new way of doing things. It's a mindset. It's so, because when I was working with time, the plant time, is a fantastic tea, and it talks about defeating the minotaur of the mind. That's like the fears that blocks you from that center, blocks you from reaching that center here. God, there's like centers in all of these, helping you to see clearly what it is as again, we transition, we're moving into another way of seeing things. Again, realizing how amazing you are. Yeah, romantic love. And that's going to allow you to attract, again, fertility showing up again. It's going to allow you to attract a love that aligns more with the way that, as you moving into a higher state of consciousness, a higher state of looking at things, viewing things, a higher vibration. If you're listening to any vibration music, beats, as you're moving into this, as you're truly seeing with that clarity, that perseverance, how much you've overcome, how much you've grown despite the obstacles, how loved you are despite the blocks, despite the challenges. Yeah, it's it's awesome. That's that new moon energy. What do you want to manifest? Write it down. Where do you want to, be with things? Where do you want to go? Where do you see yourself? Where is it? Divine masculine coming through here. The frequency of divine masculine supports our strong, focused, and active side, allowing it to express itself while helping us to bring our dreams and ideas into form with kindness and wisdom. You guys attracting possibly a divine energy here to help you be the best that you can be. But it's not, I think you've already done so much work already. It's almost like empowerment too. Someone here to help you empower yourself even further along this journey. Prosperity. Yeah, bringing prosperity in. It's like grounding the situation here. The Ace of Pentacles. The frequency of prosperity supports our feelings of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. Almost like embracing your own divine masculine within yourself too, right? It's like allowing for that healing of both feminine and masculine. Healing because you're healing yourself. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches the universe provides, being more playful. Allowing yourself the happiness, allowing yourself to celebrate, to feel joy again. Allowing yourself to heal, to feel that joy. Cosmic flower, flower of the universe and child of mine. And again, like that. What is it? The wound is where the light enters. The light is where the wound. I can't think. I was like, I almost had it there. It's that Rumi quote. The wound is where the light enters you. What's the name of that movie again? A Wrinkle in Time? And she defeats the darkness because she embraces her imperfections. She doesn't have to be perfect. She loves herself the way that she is. She doesn't have to have the perfect body, though, she works on herself, right? To make herself feel better. It's embracing your individuality too. Ooh. Can you see it? Oh my God, I got the Who. Can you see the real me? Oh man. Can you see? The divine masculine again. Conception. Giving birth stuff. You may be definitely attracting, someone that's going to be more aligned with you. Synergy. Supports our allowance and acceptance of not so obvious, never seen before combinations and unions that result in new ways of functioning, working, thinking, relating, loving, and being. It reminds us to embrace the unfamiliar so that a new yet exciting co-creations can give birth to a new reality. And I grabbed my water. Giving birth to the new. Keep praying. Keep talking to God. Keep talking to the universe. Keep tell it what you want. Don't let your fears stop you. And what are your fears? Analyze your fears. What is it that, can you compliment yourself? Affirmations. Tell, good affirmations. You are loved. You are wonderful. And you have so much to give. And, again, don't, it's separating yourself from, or again, just kind of taking a step back to look at, you know, you're not the negative things you tell yourself, or the negative things that people have said about you. You're so much greater than that. So much greater. Okay. So hope you enjoyed the reading. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.